I stand before you here today to share some underappreciated aspects of business agility, the ways in which transformations can go incredibly wrong, and share a quick guide to ensure failure in your next Agile transformation. Let's start with number 8. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Now, it's said Agile transformations require thoughtful and phased approaches, but if we're going to expedite failure, we must implement new and unfamiliar practices across all the organization concurrently. Remember, spreading yourself thin and overwhelming teams with an avalanche of changes is the perfect recipe for failure. Number 7, forget about the data. Ignore the data, and whatever you do, skip the benchmarking at the start. Now, we all know that transformations thrive on data-driven decisions and benchmarking to assess progress, so let's not. Ignore the metrics, the maturity assessments, the KPIs, the OKRs, or any objective measure of success. Rely solely on intuition and assumption. And after all, operating in the darkness is a foolproof way to guarantee failure, and who can prove otherwise, right? Number 6, ignore the influencers and your thought leaders. Now, if you think we can benefit from their insights and their learned experience, you'd be right. So we must resist that temptation and not seek their advice and carry on with our ill-informed decisions. What are the leaders, you ask? Well, it's not like they shape the culture or drive change or anything like that. You must disregard the need for leadership development and coaching and accountability. So to embrace failure, do not get them on board. Number 5, ignore the human. After all, it's not all about the organization, and it's not like organizations are made up of humans. If you're going to win at failure, ignore how people bring your processes and structures to life. Disregard their emotions, resistance, and individual growth. We must treat them like cattle. Number 4, just change the role titles without changing the role responsibilities. This is a pro tip. Focus solely on changing role titles and leave those ineffective practices alone. The added benefit of this superficial change is you'll save a lot of time and effort on training, mentoring, and coaching, which means you can move quickly into your next failure. Number 3, hide your failures. Disregard transparency and shun those pesky communication channels. This is crucial. Einstein may have said failure is success in progress, but Einstein isn't here, is he? So remember, misunderstandings and misalignment are cornerstones of failure. I mean, why should others learn from your failure? Surely it's better that they fail too. Number 2, push change on people. Force change on resistant individuals without their active participation. If you want to be a failure hero, don't create a fertile environment where people can pull change and make sense of them when they're ready for it. They'll never be ready. Micromanage your every move. Don't even think about packaging know-how so teams can pull what they need. And whatever you do, don't engage those change managers. They only get in the way of failure. And finally, just adopt the Spotify model. Surely, it's a popular model for scaling Agile, right? Just assume it will magically solve all your transformation woes. And remember, one size fits all, and copying this model without an ounce of critical thinking or considering your organization's unique context is a foolproof way to ensure failure. So, dear friends, if you want to be a superstar of failure, please follow these losing formulas. Embracing the opposite of Agile principles will undoubtedly lead you down a path of chaos, frustration, missed opportunity, and sweet, sweet disappointment. The success is overrated. Who needs it when you can revel in the glory of failure? So thank you, and may all your Agile transformations be an absolute disaster.